We ignite and we light. The whole world sees it's Propeller Show, your number one show. It's Propeller Show, your number one show.
Welcome, our wonderful viewers. This is the Propellers Show with your host, Eric Kamiti. This time, I want to begin by apologizing by a video that we didn't post yesterday, and we were supposed to post it on the 1st of March. It's a journey of 1,000 miles, where we were doing an interview with the one and only Max Gishane. We had a few hitches here and there, but be sure the video is coming out real soon. But remember, this is the Propellers Show, where we unite, ignite, and light, and we are unstoppable under any circumstance. So today we have a very interesting topic on the show, and we are going to be talking about the mountain top. Perhaps you're asking yourself now, what is the mountain top, or what is it that we want to bring forth through the mountain top? And I'm here with an analogy of a paper. When you can look at me, I have a paper with me here, and I want to fold this paper to look like a mountain. Then I'll use the analogy of a mountain to explain to you the journey of life. Be sure it's going to be very inspirational. It's going to take you to your next level of life, as usual here in the Propellers Show. This year we've been doing a story for a story, but today I feel so privileged to be back again here to motivate you, to encourage you. I had really missed this. So this is a paper. I'm trying to fold it into a cone shape, and in just a moment I'll let you know what we are about to discuss. So yeah, I think we have our cone. You can see it. So I want you to have it in mind that this is a mountain, and take it that this is a journey of life. I have done mountain climbing and hiking for quite a few times, and each and every time I do this, these are kind of the experiences that I get. Anytime you're on the base of the mountain, so this is how we are going to do it. We are going to have this as the base of our mountain, and around here, around in the middle here, we are going to call it the contour lane, and then here, this is now the top, the mountain top. Now, our wonderful viewers, it is important to realize that anytime you're beginning the journey of life at the base of the mountain, there are going to be so many of you. There are going to be so many of you. The journey of life is not begun by a single individual. There are going to be so many of you. And in the base, everyone has full energy. Everyone is encouraged. Everyone is psyched up for the journey up the mountain. But you realize one thing: anytime you begin from the base, all of you, even if you don't know one another, all of you are friends, all of you are great, all of you all of you are so excited about this journey that you're about to start. But hear me, our wonderful viewers, the moment you begin climbing up this mountain, there are two ways. You can actually decide to just go up the steep level up to the top, or you can decide to go round this mountain. But either way, you should make it to the top. Now, when you begin life, there are going to be so many of your friends. There are going to be many of your loved ones. There are going to be people that are going to show their support to you. But trust you me, the moment you begin to make your first steps up the mountain, you will now begin to separate, because each and every person in life has their own journey, has their own pace, has their own path. So when you begin to climb up the journey of life, you will realize that some of your friends that probably you call your best friends, some of your colleagues, some of the people that are probably, your equals or your age mates, all these people, you are going to be leaving them with a space, or they will be leaving you with quite some space, depending on your pace. But remember, our target is getting to the mountain top without stopping and without giving up. Anytime in the journey of life, when you begin to go up the mountain, I want you to know that every level of elevation will require separation. This then means that as long as you're climbing this mountain, you're going to separate from people perhaps who are not going the same direction with you. Remember, we said there are people who will go up the steep, and there are people who will go round and round and round. So this then means that in the journey of life, when you lose people, it is not a matter of feeling bad, but it is an encouragement that you're being elevated. That means separation has to come in the level of elevation. Anytime you're climbing your mountain, you will realize that people will leave you at some point, people will encourage you at some point, people will discourage you at some point. I remember one time I was in Gilgil and I was climbing a mountain, and somewhere in the middle I got very tired and it was tough for me to get to the next level. And this is what happened. One thing that was killing my soul, one thing that was destroying me, is the spirit of comparison and competition. You ought to realize that life is a race, but it is not a race with other people in it. It is your own race. You have to realize you don't need to compete with anyone. You don't need to compare yourself with anyone, because at the end of the day, you're uniquely designed. You're made distinctly for your own purpose in life. Everyone was born for one purpose: to bring a solution to humanity. So what I bring as a solution is not what you bring as a solution, is not what a musician brings for a solution, is not what a banker brings for a solution, is not what a photographer brings for a solution. So we all have our different paths. So when you are in the middle, make sure competition and comparison are not anywhere near your life of your journey of success. Make sure that is something you shut down: competition and comparison. Again, when you go up, make sure you hold somebody's hand. This is what I have learned of late, that it is teamwork that makes the dream work. Today, even the idea of climbing the mountain was brought about by one single person. Then all of you joined and decided we are all going hiking and we shall climb the ladder of life. So this is it. When you see somebody with a dream, make sure you participate in the team. Make sure you help them. You hold their hand even as they climb up to the top. This is what happens when you help somebody in the top. By the time you get to the top, they will just be there to support you, just in case there's anything that will make you to fall down. Another thing that I realized when you're climbing up the journey of life is that sometimes you will get tired and you will need to rest. You will need to rest. So breathe, take a space. You need a muscle flex. Don't rush. Don't race with people. Just rest, re-energize, refurbish, and continue moving up the ladder of life. Now finally, we get to the mountain top. It is important to realize that nobody is going to celebrate you at the base. Nobody will celebrate you at the contour lane. But when you get to the top, that is where people will clap for you. That is where people will celebrate you. So I'm here to encourage you. Most of the time people say it is lonely at the top. It is cold at the top. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be this way for you. When you encourage people, when you go with people in life, the top will be a beautiful place for you. And this then means that in the journey of life, or rather in the mountain top, you will enjoy celebration. You will enjoy people who have come along the journey with you. That means you have no space for giving up. This is what we had for you today in the Propellers Show, the analogy of a mountain, to encourage you to keep on making one step at a time, each and every day. Do not give up. I want to assure you that better days are ahead of you. Anytime you make a next level in life, there's beauty that lies in it. We are all born to give a solution. So it doesn't matter how you feel right now. You may be discouraged, you may be rejected, you may be out of a job, you may be looking for a job, you may be in school and struggling with academics, but the real thing is that at the end of the day, there is light at the end of the tunnel, because you are born for a solution and you don't have to give up. Keep on making strides up the journey of life. This is what we had for you today in the Propellers Show. I want to encourage you that we are still doing the Propellers County Tour. We are still on with a story for a story. So in case you have a story you want to inspire the world with, you can talk to us through our Facebook page, The Propellers Desk, which shares quotes, articles and poems each and every day. We also have our YouTube channel, which is at Eric Committee. This is where you get your monthly dosage for inspiration and motivation. In case you want to reach us directly, you can email us through propellershow@gmail.com. We shall reply to your email because we value your feedback. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course share this video far and wide, that it may encourage people that it doesn't matter where you are. You may be in the baseline, contour lane, or even at the top of the mountain. But one thing is that we all need one another. We all need to get to that next level of life effectively. Otherwise, that is all from us, the Propellers Desk. Have a good time. See you next time.